Right, today we stopped at the antique store that's closing, and we got a few goodies that we picked up there. I'm gonna basically just my stack of comics. I'm gonna show off that I picked up there. They had a Sinclair gas station dinosaur last weekend that was in the walkway. It was about, let's say, about 5 feet long, about 4 foot high. I told myself it was if it was still there this weekend, and they had 100 on it, I think last week. Like maybe it'll be down to 50 next week. Like it was there for 50, I'll take it for sure. But I would have took it for 100 anyways because I think it would look cool as shit in my backyard up by my deer, my fake deer. But it was gone, sadly. But before I get to those goodies, I got Ukla the Mock versus Evil CD in the mail. I've been looking for this forever. Finally found it. I can order it right through Bandcamp. Get it already on a CD, or you can get it digitally. But I got it because our friend Art Baltazar from All Yeah Comics was supposed to be on our 300th episode of Crimson Cull Comic Club this week, but he's very busy with C2E2 and all that stuff. So hopefully we'll have him in the near future. But I picked this up to show off and ask him some questions about and talk about. He's the one that did these two-piece that artwork that you see over here. My little zombie vampire style artworks. Evil Ernie Vampirella. But yeah, that was fun. We just got done seeing Abigail, the girl vampire movie. It was all right, kind of predictable. I liked all the people in it and stuff, so that was a good thing. But yeah, basically a little girl vampire that goes psycho, takes out a bunch of people, does a bunch of stuff, bunch of twists and turns. Interesting little storyline, but yeah, get to the fun. Set this one aside because I got other ones to go with that. Dennis the Menace, I'm not big on, but these are nice, thick, old ones. This one was Dennis the Menace. Goes to Hawaii. I figured these will be fun ones to do in the live reads. That's what I picked those up for. And I got this Dennis the Menace giant Christmas special. The reason I grabbed this one, I can't believe they did it, but they got his butt crack showing. So I figure that's got to be a very rare item. Something that should not be seen, but it's out there, so I had to pick it up. I always like Spike and Tyke in the cartoons, and so I decided to pick up a Spike and Tyke comic. They're always fun watching them getting messed with. I love Huckleberry Hound, so that was a nice little find there. I stuck with mostly the older ones. I do have this, but I had to grab a second copy of it. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Savage Dragon crossover, and this one it's very strange how the stories are laid out and stuff. It's kind of like the same thing back to back, but kind of like twisted a little bit different. But I reviewed those a while back, and I just figured, what the heck, I can always give them as a gift or something. Otherwise, really happy to find these. I used to love, my grandpa had these and stuff, and I used to love when I could get my hands on them. But Harlem Globetrotters, these were all in the all $2 a piece at the antique store closing sale. They have all their people that set up stands in there, and this guy had all his comics, $2 a piece. I know I did a video I think a week ago or so where I showed some off I picked up that I got from like Howard the Duck and stuff. Ellie didn't find no more Howards, but yeah, I was really happy to see the Harlem Globetrotters ones. I love those back in the day, so those will be fun. And maybe I'll do at least one on a live read. We'll see. And with Ghostbusters and all that stuff, I do not have. I got maybe like the first couple of the Slimer comics. That's about it. So when I seen that, I got to pick it up. Oh, whole collection eventually, anyways. They had a ton of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, those crossovers, Spider-Man, and all that stuff. A couple runs I wouldn't mind picking up if he made me a deal. I'm gonna send him a message, find out how many other comics he has, and if he wants to do like $1 a comic if I buy 100 or 200 comics, and then if I go above that, maybe 75, 50 cents a comic. See what kind of deal he'd give me. But there was a lot of runs that I was interested in, but I'm like, with all the Spider-Mans, I'm going to keep an eye out, see if I can't find a Rhino on a cover. So many Electros, so many Hobgoblins, stuff like that, Venom, but did not see any of Rhino on the cover. But I love this cover, and it's zombie-ish. I don't know who this living Ned guy or this Ned character is, but Night of the Living Dead, or the Night of the Living Ned cover with Spidey and Gwen Stacy all zombified, and you got Ned Leeds way in the back. I'm not sure who Ned is. I can't think of ever hearing that name, but find out. I'm sure it was one of their classmates that got some weird powers or got wiped out or something. And then I don't recognize this cover, so I obviously don't have the first issue of Doom Patrol, but they had it, so I was happy to get that. I've been really enjoying all the Doom Patrol stuff. Richie Rich, I used to read a ton of when I was a kid, but don't really care for reading it that much anymore. But I wanted to see this character I've never heard of, and it's Royal Roy #1. So it's a play off Richie Rich, I assume. So I figure I'll check it out. It's from Star Comics. For a second there, I thought it was from Harvey Comics, but it's from Marvel also. So Marvel obviously had a Star Comics run back in the day, probably for children's books or something like that. And I think I have the Harley Quinn holiday special from the New 52, but I don't recognize this cover with her beaver and her little reindeer puppy. So I had to grab that. I could have like the one a year after or something. Picked up Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica, because uh, Betty had a judo book and just a fun little thing on the boys being afraid of her and stuff because she's learning judo lessons. They should like that because judo is a grappling style martial arts. You're not kicking the shit out of each other. You're grabbing each other and rolling around. That's you would think all the guys would want to join in on that, but they weren't that smart. Anyways, they had a ton of Bugs Bunnies, but I seen this with little Frankenstein hand popping out of the bookshelf with the book, and I love Frankenstein style stuff. So because of that hand, I just had to pick that one up. Bugs Bunny. And Bugs Bunny is always fun to read, and there's nothing wrong with Bugs. And with the Uncle Scrooge coin thing coming out, I still haven't decided which ones I want to read that I picked up so far for that review week. But then I seen this one, and I know everybody likes Sasquatches, Bigfoot, all that shit, and Abominable Snowmans. And then we got Uncle Scrooge with an Abominable Snowman story. He's pretty goofy, Abominable Snowman. He's got weird ass socks that they're not socks. They're more like dingle daily things for your legs. I don't know. And the Tom Hanks big movie where he plays a kid and the kid plays him as an adult, and they swap bodies and stuff. And I watched that movie a bunch back in the day, and it was really fun. I didn't know they made a comic off it. And this is a big comic based off the movie, so it doesn't have an issue number on it, so hopefully it's just one issue. But we'll see. I do like how they have toys and stuff because he was a toy. He was helped make toys and stuff. And they had little things on the side that reflect on it. And this, I'm pretty sure I got Miss Deadpool and Howling Commandos Run. Don't recognize this cover again. I figured I'd just double check. It's the number one so I can make sure I read it. Or I didn't have my phone with me, so I couldn't check my CLZ. This I used to have a big stuffed Woodsy Owl when I was a kid. Uh, for memories, Woodsy Owl comic. Figure what the heck. See what it's about. It's like give a hoot, don't pollute. I found another Blondie. Got all excited, thought maybe I'd come across a few more when I was in that box. No. And then this is Savage Dragon number one. I should have it, but I'm not positive. If I do, then it'll go somewhere. Alright. A few more. I bought 30 singles since they're $2 a piece, and then one pack of comics. I got a Come to a Badger birthday bash. This doesn't. It's 1989 comics first. I can't see an issue number on it. I don't have my damn light on it. Actually, it looks like it could be issue 50. But I like the Badger character, being from Wisconsin myself. But yeah, this is a special volume, nice and thick. $2 taking it. Oh, it's got the cutout cover too. I didn't realize that they got all excited about it in the around 96 or so. They started. Yeah, I have the Wolverine ones with the claws cut out of the cover. I think I have a Spider-Man one that does something. I just read all that Ninjak stuff, and I came across this fancy foily Ninjak cover, number one. I think I have that whole run of Ninjak too, or most of it. But it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signatures, and they're gold pen signatures, so that should be legit signatures. I was very surprised to find that in the box. $2, good man. Stick that shit in my hand. I want my $2. I just watched that the other morning. It was on again. Oh damn it! I lost the name of it. It's like One Crazy Summers, or that franchise. I got Back to School stuck in my head. I know it'll come. It'll pop up when I ain't thinking about it. All Star Comics with the Super Squad. I don't think I ever read these back in the day. It's got a lot of the characters, and I figured. I mean, I did read All Star Comics back in the day, but the Super Squad I don't remember. But I had 3 that were in a row, and it looks like it's running off kind of the same storyline. And this one had Solomon Grundy in it, and I love Solomon Grundy, so figured I'd check that out. Oh, okay. The one with Solomon Grundy is Wally Wood artwork, and looks like it's death of uh, death of Doctor Fate. I think it is. Yeah, so this might be the Death of Doctor Fate issue. So that's cool. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. $2. They all have 10 to $12 on the back of them. I never noticed that yet. So he does say that. Okay. On a lot of them, he dates them. I don't even have to open them up to look at the dates and stuff. Didn't realize that. This character never never heard of, but a flying cat character, Cosmo Cat. I'm interested, definitely interested. So, like good old 10, 15, 20 cent comics. And my last single one is Harley Quinn Suicide Squad April Fool's Special, which I'm pretty sure I have because of the man back cover, but just in case. Be missing the Harley man back cover. Alright, and then he had these packs. 15 comics for $20. This one was a monster pack. Wanted to buy 4 of the packs. I'm like, well, do they have a special on this? It's like everything else is on special because it goes out for the antique store. I figured maybe they'd give me a deal on these and then I'd buy like half a dozen of them or so. Get them out of the guy's way, but she said he didn't say nothing else. So they wouldn't give me a better deal. So I figure, what the heck. I could only see 2 comics, one on each side. And Redneck's a run I haven't gotten into yet, and I want to get into it and check it out. It sounds decent. This is a 6/6, which sucks. But that was one that I could see on it on one side. And we got The Me You Love in the Dark. I don't know about that. Let's see. Oh, it's issue 1 at least. We'll read it. Yeah, Red Room, the Antisocial Network. Doesn't have a number on it. I like that image though. So definitely be checking that out. Enter the House of Slaughter. Got it. Free comic book day 1. That one probably go to somebody. We got Black Caravan, Black Friday, number 2, sadly. You got The Shepherd, Apocatastasis. Looks like. But yeah. Interesting cover. I like the wizard and the wolf type layout there. Radio Apocalypse, sadly at number 2. Definitely want to check this out. That looks like my weird ass comic shit. Characters look goofy. We got This Hungry Earth Reddens Under Snow-Clad Hills. It's one hell of a name. Number 3. Don't know if I'll check that out or not. Oh, cool. This is one that was on the outside of one of the packs, and the next pack I would have bought because I never heard of this Rise of Dracula. And it's a number 1. It's got a scary ass skinless cat on the cover. Then we got number 404, which sucks. Stranger Things, Tomb of Yuen. And we got a Walking Dead, number 153. Heavy Hangs the Head. And I actually think I got this Walking Dead cover or something similar I recognize. All the hands sticking up. Number 163, Conquered. Give me the final issue. That's worth something. This is cool. Yeah, that's awesome. A Swamp Thing one. I really like that cover. He's got himself an interesting little plant boat going on. I don't know if he's miniaturized or if those are giant ass leaves that he found. Oh, cool. Another Swamp Thing. That's awesome. Guardian of the Green Battles Scarecrow. Cool. I like that. I like that combo. So that's awesome. And the final one, which I could see, I wanted this Lockhead Bloody Bayou Turtle book. It's number 1. Big old Lockhead head turtle type character. Get shit out of Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that was my little antiquing day. Went and seen a movie with Abigail, Vampire Girl, and got some good comics. So we'll get back to you with more of this fun sometime soon. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, help us out. I'll get back to that later. But yeah, I got some other stuff I'm going to talk about. I'll bring that up on next weekly podcast episode. I got to have something to talk about on there other than comics. It's still comics related, but isn't everything. Yeah, keep following keep following Under the Cull of MS or at Under the Cull of MS. And check out Crimson Cull Comic Club, and I will get back to you again soon.